I don't get this at all. There was a Dawnstar settlement on Isongo. The place got trampled just the same. These were people that devoted their lives to him. Don't know what he's doing, but it sure looks bad. I'll tell you one thing. When we catch up to that unstoppable god statue, me and him are gonna have words. Lava better be alright.
I doubt anyone other than Aethys could have created that footprint. But look, the lighthouse is to the west.
I see the wits of their
I
eyes.
have no space. Siente.
Just ran out.
I hope nobody saw that.
I'm with you. Oh, you're a little worried. You're one for Keelan. We're all in this together.
I have no space. Siente.
Just ran out.
That wasn't that bad. Yeah? Of course.
Look, there, over there.
Shut the door, quick, before the Nãga get in. That's right. Show those snakes they won't take us down so easy.
She is battle-rattled. I believe that is what the Adirans call it. It happens to all soldiers sooner or later. Sometimes you leave the fight, but it doesn't leave you.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements. I'm the storm-cursed assistant quartermaster, all right? I deal with rats and meal moths, not... The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra. The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Co. ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions. They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards. I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were... I don't know. Like they'd been turned to ash. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark. On the western side of the fort, it's a true marvel, a monument to Rawatayan engineering.
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of the scale bellies.
The Nãga.
They skulked in after, once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought. But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways. Ambushed us from below. When the Hazanui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back. That monster that killed our people?
I suppose he does look like a monster from down here.
I told you, Zahira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
Our gods are above petty motivations like revenge. No, Gon's got a bigger plan for you and me.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out. Dawn Stars.
Fleetmaster Co. hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up.
You'd be surprised. One time me and my brother filled this fella's house with manure, right up to the roof. All different kinds of it. That was the last time he ever called us irresponsible.
I think their praying called it here, getting back at us for the Godhammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
Is there anything else? The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without... There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it. Zahira, assistant quartermaster. Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them, if you look carefully.
Real quiet.
Not exactly in my area. Keeping an eye out.
Careful. Look. I have no space. Sientere.
Sure thing.
That's it!
I guess this is it.
For the Republics!
No trolling.
Did you feel that? I'll handle it for you.
Tell me,
You mean like this?
I have no space. Sientere.
Parathus!
Your luck just ran
She
out.
went out.
What can I do you for? You're a little gift.
Are the Rawatayans here to colonize the Deadfire, or blow it all to pieces? Of course.
I'm with you. Hey there. Kend. Ha! I got you a little... Hey there.
I have no space. Sientere.
Happy to oblige.
I'm with you. Got you a little gift.
Try again.
More where that came from.
That wasn't that bad.
Be cautious.
Boss!
I have no space. Sientere.
Yeah.
Can do.
I hope nobody saw that.
Just ran out. I got you a little gift.
Sorry, friend. Can't.
Sientere, I cannot.
There's a walloping!
Your luck just ran out.
Sientere, I cannot.
I would if I could.
There's a walloping!
We're all in this together.
There's a walloping!
I won't let you down.
No trouble at all.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like the away. The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugaan says we must find a way in. Sugaan says I must find a way in. Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still. No, not dead. Still searching. Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here. Away, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows like an anglerfish lure. But it feels safe. I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe. Now, there is no way and no light. I am afraid. It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker. The way? I am searching for a way. Show me!
We must do what we can do.
I have no space. Siente.
I guess. Reach the well.
His fear.
I have no space. Siente.
I don't know where that came from. Your luck just ran out.
All right, all done. Don't think I can pull that off.
I hear you.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? Of course. What else? Slowly, Aimuro. Can't expect them to know if you don't tell them.
Fie, suppose he's got a better half tucked in there too?
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Nãga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. How indeed. Nãga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there? Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort. Through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Nãga. Just the one, just the one. Someone came and took it. Oh, that was you. What didn't? A colossus made of Ardra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible. Then the Nãga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week, complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it. I must see that my work survive.
I have no space.
Hey there.
Sentieri.
More where that came from. Did you feel that?
That'll teach you.
I got you a little gift. Did you feel that?
This is futile!
More where that came from. You need my help? You need my I can hear by their heartbeat. More where that came from. Warlock just ran out. You're one for keeping. I got you a little gift.
Beyond
Down.
Take that.
Sorry.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
I shall.
no
Won't let you
mercy!
down.
Yes?
Okay? Of course.
I'll see what I can find.
I have no space. Siento.
This is... child.
I wonder where that came from.
That's not very helpful.
I got
Real quiet. The shadow comes to muddy the light.
Uh-oh. We got a ferocious beast watching us. And he looks like he's got a very itchy belly.
I'll see what I can find. Foes ahead.
I have no space. Sientere.
I'm with you.
I reap what I sow.
There's all of it.
More where that came from.
What can I hear you? All right.
You need my help?
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers. Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought? The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the deep hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods returned to rain their punishment on these islands. Again.
Could be a...
Yeah?
Hey there.
Indeed.
Just ran out.
Worse than raw.
I'm with you. We're all in this together. I got you a little gift. One for Keyleth.
Hey, watch it with that.
Can do.
No, I cannot do...
As your hand touches the dim Audra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Audra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters, standing at Aethys' shoulder. Your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua? There was no malice in that act. It was a coincidence of time, place, and necessity.
Aethys' voice grows fainter as he speaks.
I am sorry for what I did, but it was done for the hope of a better future. Even a god needs strength. This form requires much more than that of a mortal kith. Without those souls in Cadnua, I would never have been able to free myself. Thousands that you know of, millions unknown to you. Death follows us both, Watcher. We must always care and take care. But caring is not enough.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most. Yes, I will tell you, but this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world. I will do my best. Do yours, Watcher.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Aethys speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out.
Had another one of your talks there, didn't you? You gonna share details, or do we gotta guess? Any word from our giant Audra friend? That's when I'd like to be right up next to you to hear.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. The grass still holds the warmth of late afternoon sunlight, but a chill breeze blows at your back, raising goose flesh down your arms. The chirr and trill of nightjars rises with the wind. In the inky bruise of the sky, stars ignite by the ones and twos. The tolling of a single bell joins the chorus of birdsong. Then another, The sound surrounds you. Every stalk of grass bears a delicate silver bell on its end, bobbing in the wind. The chill breeze becomes a howling gale, and the tide of ringing bells sweeps you off your feet. It carries you like flotsam through the sea of grass. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
You will be more forthcoming this time than you were the last, I trust. Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned. Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Nãga. Each of them eyeless. They are Wal.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
We see between the strings of the world, and Eothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
My gift-bearers bring to me that which Kith most want to forget. And in their memories I see you as Wal does. You are the one who leaves chaos in her wake. You knew one of them once, my gift-bearers. Meneha. She longs to forget and to help others do the same. But when given the chance to aid her, you did not. You are a capricious creature, like Eothas.
Andra's storm-black eyes roll away from you.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves, and the rush of wind through treetops.
If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man made half of metal and half of ruined skin stands before you. The rounded metal of a well-worn shield, makes up most of his skull, his right eye socket, and jaw. His mouth is pulled forever into a half-grimace.
If Eothas has something foolish planned, perhaps we can turn him from that path and set him down a more productive one.
Abaddon's words crash and screech together, like long steel gears forced to movement for the first time in centuries.
Abaddon speaks with a child's naivety.
Andra says.
He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine.
Andra says.
I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder, and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Eora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Andra says. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the pallid night stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time.
Remergond says.
Should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Mogren tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Bareth's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.